So this growth hack is called change your state. Now there's a quote that I say all the time and I swear by, and you might have heard it in different videos, but it's something that really rings true for me, and it really helps remind me that I can change my state at any given moment. And that quote is by Tony Robbins, and it is, where focus goes, energy flows. And what this basically means is where we put our attention is what gets our energy. So at any given time, we can shift our attention to focus on one particular thing. So for example, if we're working towards a goal and we put all our focus towards that, we're going to take action on it, we're going to move towards it, and it's because we are literally directing our energy in that way. If we've got a problem that we're dealing with in life or in business or wherever it might be, so often, and I'm guilty of this sometimes, is we get focused on the problem, so our energy all goes into the problem, and as a result of that, the problem just grows bigger and bigger and bigger. A way to shift that state, shift that focus, is to actually look for the solution, and then what that does is it puts your attention to, okay, this has happened, what's the solution to this? And it's just that reminder that at any given time we can literally shift our focus to put our attention elsewhere. The second way we can change our state is through movement. So when we think about emotion, it literally means energy in motion. So for me, personal examples, I know that if I'm feeling stressed, overwhelmed, perhaps angry, perhaps frustrated, whatever emotion it might be that I'm carrying, I know that if I go and exercise, after that, I feel better. Even light movement can literally shift your state. Think about going for a walk in nature, that shifts our state. It's often calming, peaceful, relaxed because of the environment that we're in. And that's another example of how we can shift our state. And there's many different examples of what we can utilise, but exercise, movement, that's another one. Third point, and what this growth hack's about, is breathing. Now, you probably had this yourself, I know I have many times, but people have said to you, just breathe. When you're feeling perhaps anxious, sick, stressed, overwhelmed, angry, whatever it might be, people might say to you, just breathe. And the reason is, that's because it can shift that state. This doesn't have to be a long process. It's not about meditation or long breathing exercises. This is something we can do very quickly, and it's called box breathing, and it can be done literally like this to shift our state. This is something that's been utilised by Navy SEALs. Now, it's said for them, when they're in tense situations, they can use this box breathing method to calm the state and to bring them back down to a level-headedness, to a calmness as best as they can, really. Now, for me, I've utilised this when going to do a public speaking event or doing a workshop where I naturally feel those nerves or that apprehension, so just before going on stage I'll take a little bit of time to go through this box breathing method, and I just find it helps calm me down. I've done it when just feeling anxious in general, so if I'm just feeling a little bit anxious, I can feel it in my stomach, I'll just take a little bit of time to go through this box breathing method. Obviously it's going to be relevant to you, apply it in your life wherever you see fit, but just think about this technique which I'm going to explain now, and it's very simple and you can repeat it as many times as you want. So it works like a box. The first part is we inhale for 4 seconds through our nose. So it's just taking 4 seconds for a deep inhale through our nose. We then hold that for 4 seconds. So just hold it like this as we would, and then it's literally about exhaling through our mouth. And you can repeat how many times you see fit. Sometimes I might go through this cycle 3 times, sometimes I might go through it 5 times, sometimes I might just do it once. It's literally just about going through that cycle, and do it until you feel a bit calmer. Very simple exercise that takes literally no less than a minute and can help bring that state of calmness back.